Yep.
It's like everything else. You ain't gonna pick it up 5 minutes before you go hunting and master it.
No.
You got to spend some time.
Right. All right, hey everybody, we're back here in the shop. Second year in a row for a little call building. We got Brent Leach with Ridgetop Custom Turkey Calls, and we're Stephen Badar sitting back over there.
Hi.
And turkey season is about here. I've got 2 weeks from today. I'm leaving for Florida.
Yeah, I'm just digging stuff out. You talk.
And so Brent's been making his rounds today, and he's been gracious enough to come here and get us fixed up with what calls we need for this season. And he's got some new stuff here. You heard us talking about the tube calls, so we might have to give these a try here in a little bit. It's been a long time since I've
I think so. I don't know if I want
since I've hit one of them.
Right out of the gate or not.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to loosen her up. Need to be a little looser. A little looser yet. Yeah.
That sounds nothing like a turkey.
I was about to say, you're getting close to a speck, though.
Yeah. It's like speck goose.
Yeah. Nor does mine.
There you go.
Getting closer.
Getting closer.
Need a little wrinkle. Had her stretched a little
Yeah,
tight.
Like I said, when I had one years ago, it was just a little plastic tube call, and I used it for locating what I used it for.
Bingo.
I didn't use it calling birds anyway. I used my slate calls, my pop calls for that. Stephen, hand me that Be Blasted, and that, is that a maple striker?
Hickory.
Hickory. So this right here, I think, is going to be one of my favorites for this year. And this is a Be Blasted pot call right here. Be Blasted glass, hickory striker. I love these flare tip strikers. What are the other ones that are the flare tips? They're laminate.
Diamond wood. Yep.
Oh, the diamond wood. Okay.
Yep. Laminate. That's basically what they call it, diamond wood.
Yep. So these are my favorites to run on a slate right here. And so Brent's got these on his website. If you need any calls, you need to place an order. You need these strikers. Again, Ridgetop Custom Turkey Calls. Check him out on his website. What other stores around, Brent? Is there some stock around here locally where we're at?
Rusty Buck in Versailles, Indiana. J&L Sporting Goods in North Vernon. In Madison, Old Oaks Outdoors.
Okay.
Glover's Sporting Goods
in Carrollton.
Yep. And we just left some over here in Owington.
Yep.
At
OC Pawn and Gun, or
there you go.
No, OC Pawn and General Store. So.
And actually Miller's little grocery store in Cross Plains, Indiana. I just stocked them up as well.
All right.
So there's a few little places around.
Yeah. So if you're local to those areas, look for those calls. And if they don't have what you want in stock, like I said, just get on the website. If you got any questions about calls, the various uses, maybe you want a mouth call that's a better cutter. Maybe you want one that's got a little bit raspier type yelp. Give Brent a call if you got any questions at all. He'll help you out, answer any questions you have.
That's the funnest part of it.
But I think this is going to be probably my new favorite this year. So, trying to find the sweet spot where I really like it right now, but I think it's going to have a lot of sweet spots on it. So,
Right out of the whack.
I haven't tried this striker on it. Oh yeah. I like that, a little more rasp to that. And see, you just
backbone. That's the difference in the hickory,
Yep.
the wood grain.
Yep.
is a little looser. That's a little tighter, so
Yep.
it's got a little darker. But it's two different turkeys with two different strikes.
Exactly, and that's what, you know, I could carry one call in my vest, but I carry 3 or 4 different strikers, and it's all about what kind of sound that bird wants.
Mm-hmm.
What's he responding to? So that's what I do. That's why I like these strikers so much, and I just change them up. Yep.
Gives them a variety.
Conditions outside, all of it. And if you want to sound like a flock, you can sound like a flock.
Them bead blasts, I sell a lot of them because they're right out of the pack. That's what bead blasting means, is the surface on it. It's got a little bit of texture. You don't have to do nothing. You take it out of the pack and you run it.
Yep, they're ready to go.
Sure, keep sweeping back.
So what are you making up here now?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know? Oh, I need a couple calls that would be good cutter calls.
Cutters, something to whine
Pop
on.
on, pop and crack. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, my go-to, my all-around call that Brent makes is what he calls his ghost cut. That's called the one. And you can do pretty much everything on that call you want to. If you want to do some fall hunting and you want to be able to make a kiki run, that's the call to use, call to do it on. And it makes good yelps. You can cut with it a little bit, you know, whatever you want to do. It all depends on how you blow a call, how you word a mouth call.
I think that's the one.
I need something like I probably need something like a split V or something like that I can cut on a little bit easier. But pretty much everything else I use the one, that ghost cut.
I'm gonna make him a bat, then I'll make you a split.
Yeah.
Was that the one I was whining on last year? The ghost? I think it was.
I don't know. I mean, they're sitting right there in front of you
I'm pretty sure it was.
in the case, them blue ones.
Yeah, that's what the ghost are. They want the blue tape, most of them. But I'm gonna throw this over here and see what it does.
But I don't even think I can blow a call right now because I had a couple teeth taken out a week ago and I'm still healing from it. So
Let me get him one whipped up here.
hopefully I'll be ready to go in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think you will.
I think you'll find a way.
I'm gonna do my best. Other stuff that Brent's got, you
Well, I'm
know,
gonna tell you what I done.
crystal calls right here. If you need a locator, got alcohols,
It's in the truck.
whatever you may need, just give him a shout. What are you looking for, tape?
Yeah.
You got no tape?
No. I set it right down there and didn't put it in there. I'll be daggone. Yep, just we'll turn that off because now you are going to hear profanity. Go on.
That's all right.
And let the tape right to house.
You sure you didn't take it out of the?
I didn't
Out of
have
the crate?
No, I had orange, gray, blue, and yellow sitting in the stack. So if I sure did.
Hey, that's the way it goes.
Sure did.
It's like I got all the way back on the farm, climbed up in the tree, pulled my bow up, everything up one time.
Yeah.
I ain't got no daggone release.
Yeah.
Did that this year.
I got so mad, I just took everything down, came back to the house. Didn't
Didn't
even go back out hunting. Yeah.
But I got up there and they said do a treat, fly down the rifle. I'm like, well, I'll treat call and I'll get up there anyway. And I'm like, well, there's a woodpecker or something like. And then I just started laughing.
Shit, just got one real quick.
I hit it a lick and went on with it, but yeah, it's nerves, it's everything.
Oh yeah. I think if I was gonna get in the calling contest, I'd have to go with friction probably.
Yeah.
That is.
My first contest I did was in Michigan. Went and practiced. Got up there. As soon as I got on stage, throat clammed up, got tight. I finished fourth. And a guy pulled me aside after, and he said, "Man, how long have you been calling?" I said, "Man, like, I don't know, 10 years." He goes, "No, I mean, like, calling in contests." I said, "Oh, this is my first one." He said, "Dude, I had you pegged for second or third."
Yeah.
He said, "I heard you practicing." He said, "You got on stage and you got nervous." I said, "Heck yeah, I was nervous." He goes,
Oh, I'd be
you gotta go just practice in front of anyone and everyone." And he said, "Then when you get on stage, you almost turn your back to them. You just call to the judges."
I just get in a happy place.
Yeah.
Sounds silly, but I run these all the time for my boy. Sit out in the hallway while he's in the tub. And when I step up there, that's where I'm imagining I'm at. But it still gets you sometimes.
It gets me every time I got on after that. Like, I'd still get nervous, but I'd be like, all right.
Langley's coming in hot.
Wrong species.
Yep. Take them.
Get a little goose action in there.
I believe it's been one. We've heard night one goose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But the first time I called the Nationals, I drew number 1 and number 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're talking about crap.
Yeah, you can't hardly win.
I would rather draw 2.
You can't hardly win.
I'd like to draw 1 and then something else.
You can't hardly win out of the number 1 position.
Well, one don't count.
Yeah, 1 don't count, and it gets
all
your nerves
in.
out.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so
Okay.
1's all right. I was good with 1, but 3, not so good.
Yeah.
But I was running a prof call, the old prof, the actual.
And some people will go and they'll call 1 and they'll just tank it on purpose.
Yeah.
I normally get up there and call, just like I said,
Yeah.
you get stage time, get your nerves down.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. First run, I got up there and called pretty good. I'm like, well, this ain't bad. And I got back up there, and I didn't peg that prof, put my reed separators back in there. And I got up there and excited him yelped, and I went to cut light into it, and them reeds was stuck.
Yeah.
Sound like a pig getting castrated. That was it. And then the nerves set in. Yeah, I said, well, there went $200. Went over and sat down and watched everybody else.
Yeah.
But,
You know, Teresa and I, we were there for the qualifying round of the Senior Open on Friday down in Nashville. And now, don't get me wrong, all them guys can call much better than I can on a daggone mouth call. But I think a lot of them had that same problem to where they hit the big stage and then that nerve set in.
yeah.
And because it was, you know, there was about 6 guys, it was pretty easy to hear the little mistakes they had, but it was a squeal, you know, a reed stick in. It was a little squeal here and there, and it just, man, it can happen so easily.
And that mouth gets dry.
I mean, I do that all the time out here trying to call turkey, and I make a dumb little squeal on it, you know.
Did you ever take water on stage with you?
Yeah, and that's what I was fixing to say, because, and especially there, a lot of different places, I got a well, and my water is, then I got water purification on it to boot, but when we send it off, you know, it's like distilled or whatever. I mean, there's nothing in it.
Right.
But you go somewhere, city water that's heated up with lime.
Yep.
You talk about mess, you get that in there and you soak that caul down in it, and it's like it's got chalk on it. It make it stick and hang. I see people up there drinking Ale-8s and Mountain Dew, and I'm like, ain't no way in the world. I said, that caul would stick on me in a heartbeat with all that in it.
Hey, real quick, talking about your calls and where people can get them and stuff. And what's probably your best selling calls that you've got? As far as your mouth calls, and then also your pot calls.
The mouth, there's actually 4 different varieties. There's a bat wing, which is Boss Lady. It's the only one I got at the time. Probably going to change. I've had this stuff since 2008.
Yeah.
Hadn't changed much because wasn't much need to change it. Now we got some new latex has all come out. We got all kinds of colors.
Yeah.
Sounds a little different, yes.
Differences in thickness.
Differences in thickness. There's a little bit more variety than what we used to have. We're probably gonna have to change some stuff up. But I got a bat wing. I got a modified shipwreck or a combo cut. That combo cut, I got 3 varieties of it. And then I have a split V. I got 2 varieties of it.
Yep.
And the ghost cut. So, but I'll probably sell the Boss Lady, which is my bat wing. The one it's called is the ghost cut.
Yep.
Those 2 are probably in Vengeance. It's just a 2-reed combo cut. And that's probably the 3 that I sell the most of. The old split V's, a lot of people love that Sweet Talker. It's a 2-reed.
Yeah.
But
the Vengeance is that's a cutter design call.
Yeah, it's an offset
shipwreck right here. I was just running it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can get one out.
Get one out. Get one out and hit one, Brent.
I already built them, but I didn't have enough sense to bring tape.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to know what all these calls sound like, you can go on Brent's website, and he's got little video clips there of each call and what you can what you can do on that call, how you can run that call.
Modified shipwreck. I don't know if you can see it, how good you can. I'll scoot up.
Yeah, you'll have to hold it up there pretty close.
Mine's a little bit different. I'm showing it to the lens so the camera shows how smart I am. I kind of offset it a little bit and cut a little more off than a lot of people, and that just helps you clean the top. Some people find top end easier. It's a 2-reed call, don't take any air. For me, hunting the soft stuff, I don't like it to get real loud in the woods, and I use this call a lot on account of that. The boss lady at Batwing, I run it a lot too. Same way, it's a 3-reed, but it doesn't. That's the purpose. The way I try and build these calls is hunt related. I mean, they don't take any air. A lot of people stretch them a lot tighter than what I do, and that's the purpose. The soft stuff comes easy on it. If you want to get loud, you can get loud, but it don't take much. I tell people that don't run them and hasn't ran them a lot, what I need to do, what I need to work on. I said, if you're going to kill turkeys, work on your soft stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like golf. Work on your short game.
Yep.
That's when it's most crucial. Find that throaty sound. He's in there and he's gobbling. You can't lay eyes on him. You know, a little leaf strap, a little bit of that throaty.
Exactly.
Finesse.
Yeah.
Cluck and purr, scratch those
all that
leaves.
hanging up.
Especially around here.
Yeah.
Especially around here in Kentucky, Indiana, where we are right here hunting these easterns. And that's what it kind of, I had a tough time last year down in Florida myself because they wanted a little something different last year. And Bo McGuffey that was with me, he went ahead, he tagged out, he went to calling, and he would cut at them birds and he would just keep hammering on them. But that's what they wanted.
Yep,
I'm not used to that around here.
And it's time frame. A turkey's like a deer in a lot of ways. There's pre-rut, there's rut, and it's according what what mindset they're in. If they got hens, all the hens they want, you know, he ain't got to get. If you can get hammering on him, the hens is gonna take him off.
Right.
He's not. You ain't gonna yell at me. I'll go over and see Sally. She's right here waiting on me.
Yep.
Later on in the year, they're on the nest. He's used to having all this company. I ain't got no company. When you hit him hot, he gets fired up. You might be able to pour it on him. He might run over top of you.
Right. And a lot of times you'll get them fired up here. You'll get them fired up, and they'll be standing out there at 150 yards in a strut zone, just gobbling their head off. And the more you call to them, the more they're going to stand there and keep gobbling. And that's when, here I've had the best luck. You got to be patient.
Yeah.
You got to back off of them and then play hard to get.
Shut up, make him come looking.
Give that little cluck, give that purr, scratch around like, okay, I'm not interested now.
Yeah.
But then he is, and he'll show up. You got to hang in there with him.
Yeah, play the game. My great uncle used to sit there with me with that cane, and I'd call and he'd gobble, and I'd call and he'd gobble, and then I'd catch it in the ribs.
Yeah, he'd sit back and that's enough now.
You can't eat the gobble. Yeah, shut up. You can't eat that gobble.
That's right. That's fun. It's fun to hear them, and when they're putting on a show, especially coming in, but boy, you don't want to throw too much at them, them hang up out there.
Yeah. I know the thing when they do, then you got to start.
Yeah.
And I've spit and drummed to them and had them break.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a male decoy, a lot of people hunt with a strutter or a Jake or whatever, and if he's got eyes on that and debating on it, and then the next thing you know, he'll get mad.
Year before last, they worked really good at decoys around here, and I mean, we'd just get right up on that Jake and just thump him, or they'd shield that hen off. But last year around they were kind of standoffish. They'd hang back 20, 30 yards, and they just
wait for it to move.
They'd approach real slow and easy, But you just got to take the temperature of the birds. So.
Each one's just like everybody.
Yep.
Got its own mind, its own mindset.
Yep.
It ain't do the same thing every time to get the job done.
No.
That's the fun part.
That's what makes it fun. That's right.
Play the chess game.
Yep.
Try and figure out what they want and give it to them. On the friction side of things, that bead blasted glass is. I knew that was going to happen when I started. That's why I stopped. It's right out of the pack. It's got a surface on it. It is to be. This is a striker comes with it. I'll show you. This is one we sell separate, the diamond wood, and this is a hickory. And every one of them, when you hit it a lick, it's gonna make a. That's a 2-piece Purple Heart.
Yep, like cleaner sound.
Yep. Diamond wood puts a little more rasp to it.
Or boss hand there.
Yeah, and here comes the hickory. Really lightens it up.
Yep.
But the main reason we sell so many of them, that bead blast finish right out of the pack. You don't do anything with it. It's ready to run.
It's ready to go.
And you can take, I don't have one laying here, a carbon striker or a waterproof striker, and that do to run wet. The glass will run wet.
Yep.
Or slates, they all come with these come with the diamond wood striker. If you want to open that up.
Oh, the laminate?
Yep. It's a 2-piece, but with your...
Yep.
That's what the cherry, and it's real easy. And when we was getting into these, I wanted that 2-tone yelp. I wanted it to break.
Yep.
And that's with the soundboard and the distance and this all the fun stuff they come up with when making these. They roll over easy. They break easy. We sell a lot of the slate. I got it in the sycamore and got it in the cherry. The cherry is a little higher pitch, wood density, aluminum. I don't see one like that.
Him at slate one there.
Yeah.
That's always been like my go-to right here. Slate. Yeah. I'm kind of old-fashioned that way, I guess. But like I said earlier, this diamond wood 1-piece striker flare tip, I had a lot of good success with it. But just, different tones. And it's, it's all how hard you want to get on it too, how much pressure you're putting on that slate.
Aluminum in the sycamore comes, the piece of aluminum that's in that caul is iodized. But one side is slick, one side is iodized, almost textured like your bead blast. I put the texture side up in the cherry. Cherry wood makes a little higher pitch. I put the texture side up. It's a little more user friendly. Got a little more growl to it. I don't have one laying here. I should have brought one in. You can take that. That being said, leave half of that caul with that texture, but you take some 200 or 400 grit sandpaper. You can slick up a piece of that and totally change it. You got 2 different cauls right there.
Yep.
In the sycamore pot, I turn it the other way. I put the slick side up. It's a little more finicky to run, but it gives it a whole new nasally sound, and I really like the sound of them. Some people don't like it because it's a little more. Bad thing with aluminum, weather. If it's cold outside in the mornings, it'll sweat. When you're holding it, it's real finicky with that. That's the only downfall with the aluminum. They'll run wet as well.
Yep.
In this cherry, instead of coming with glass, I got a crystal. These I just rough up just enough so when somebody gets it out of the pack, it'll make some sound. Everybody's got their own recipe of how they want their caul surfaced.
Yeah.
So I don't hit it a big bunch because that way everybody can do what they want with them. But it's got a good easy break to it nasally. Yep. They run pretty simple.
Breaks over, got a nice 2-note yelp right there.
Yep. So and then the boxes, I got a solid cedar. The deal behind that cedar box call, the first one I ever made was in woods class, and that's what we had.
Yeah.
Killed the first turkey with that, and had an old cow step on it, busted. But so I wanted a cedar box call, and then I got a combination woods: locust, poplar, and cherry. And we do real well with those. A lot of people love the sound of those. Yep. But we try and keep everything. You can't make everybody happy with the mouth calls, with the pop calls. Everybody's gonna want something different.
And that's the thing too. If you're a beginner turkey hunter, and maybe you want to start out with a box call. I've got one of your boxes out there, which I never did use a box very much, but I tell you what, the sound of it is. Yeah. I mean, it's just.
And it's the same
it's
thing.
Great. You're going to call turkeys in all day long with it.
And what we was talking just like with that tube call, it's something different. You're on a new piece of ground, you're on public, you're on whatever.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the day, you fool with birds, you didn't get him killed. 9, 10 o'clock, you're walking, you're trying to strike a turkey, you see a spot, well, I might be able to sit down right here.
Yep.
Pull that box out and hit him a lick. And he strikes it, you know where he's at. Now you can plop down, you can go do what you want to do. I don't ever hit it, and I'm going to say this. I seen people on these videos all the time walking around calling, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've had too many of them hit right next to me, and there you are standing in the ball wide open.
Yeah.
You got to have that plan before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before you make a
tree am I
chirp,
tucking to?
yeah, which one, have a plan.
An old turkey hunter once told me, and he got me started turkey hunting back, this was, 1990 when season opened, I think, here in Kentucky.
I graduated
in
89 or 90.
And he taught me something very important right there. He says, if you're moving along, you're trying to strike a bird, look at where you're going to stop and then maybe make a locate call from. Mm-hmm. Don't stand right here. You know, if there's a big tree right there, get over against that big tree because you might have to sit down real quick.
Yep,
you know,
fast.
So
and I've had it happen.
Yeah, me too. Little things like that, you know, are really important when it comes to being in the turkey woods.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that can, call, make really nice calls, all that, and that's great. But there's something else about being in the turkey woods and being a good woodsman.
Woodsmanship.
A good woodsman and being a good turkey hunter.
So. Knowing the land, how they want
exactly.
to come up, all that. Like
that's half the battle is being set up where that bird wants to be in the first place.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And making sure you're not a fence or a little bluff in a creek. I've seen them stop I've seen them fly the Kentucky River to come to you.
Yeah.
And then I've seen a stream that's 8 inches wide.
Yeah, it is.
And them draw a line. Yeah, I ain't coming across.
Or a barbed wire fence.
Yeah, you're coming to me. Yeah.
They could come right under that barbed wire fence, but no, they say, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna turn and go back.
Yep. You're trying.
And it's happened to all of us.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen them come uphill in the morning through the thickest, nastiest stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's just the bird and the mood and knowing
You're
where they want to be, playing that game.
Switching the role on Mother Nature. He's used to gobbling. Hens coming.
That's like 2-3 years ago. That bird I killed right down here. And I was on him. He was on the roost. Now, one thing that helped me is I already had 2 hens that flew out and flew down on the hillside behind me. But when he came out of the tree, he flew off one hill, come across a hollow, landed right in front of me.
Yeah.
But I happened to be where he wanted to go to, and I had the best decoys in the world back up behind me.
Yeah.
Live
bait's tough to beat. Live bait.
But yeah, it's a lot of good calls here, and these calls right here, they'll get it done. Whatever your flavor is, whatever you like to use, whether it be a pot call, a mouth call, box, but just top quality calls right here. It's gonna get the job done every single day. I think, like we talked earlier, I've probably been using them for 10 years or close to it. That's what's in my vest. I do have a couple old calls out there that's still like 30 some years old that
can't get rid of.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to them, but they're just in reserve. They're on backup, but I ain't gonna need no backup, not with these. But and I kill probably 90% of my birds with a pot call like this right here.
Yep.
But I always got that mouth call in for that close work.
Get tied
and because I got to be hands free at that time. But these right here, that's just what gets it done for me. But
they get a lot of them.
The next day, they may not like that sound. They might want that. They might want me cut to them on that old reliable or something.
It might be that time. You just pop a different mouth call in or grab a different call and you hit it, and all of a sudden he's half the distance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Switches mood, flips that switch. Reminds him of an old honey he had in the past.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And mimical. That's another thing. Yep. Whatever that hen's doing, do it right back to her.
That's
you
right.
got hens involved.
I love playing that game.
Yep.
But anyway, hey, turkey season's right around the corner. Make sure you get your orders in. Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
You got pretty good stock built up right now?
Working on it, but that don't mean nothing.
It don't,
when I get home, that can change.
That can change. Yeah. Somebody puts in a big order. So get on there, get on the website, place your order. Like I said, if you need to, give Brent a call. And get ready for this turkey season, and Ridgetop Custom Calls will help you get it done.
Yep.
So
I'm safe, I'm hard, and good luck.
Yep. Everybody be safe out there. But thank you all for watching the harvest. And the next videos we have, we hope we got some turkeys on the tailgate.
There you go. Some flopping.
Yep.